Welcome to You'll Never Talk Alone Champions League Round of 16 edition, because we're about to get into the round of 16.
You never walk alone.
Dad, this draw was good.
Very good, yes. No, I like it.
Guys, we're going to go game by game. My dad and I don't know each other's predictions, but we're going to reveal them on this episode. The way I see it is if you get more predictions right,
What I do, probably.
you won't.
For sure, yeah.
If you get more predictions right, I'll have to wear a Liverpool...
Don't say if.
Okay. If you get more predictions right, I'll have to wear a Liverpool jersey and say you'll never walk alone and Liverpool is the best club in the world. And if I get more predictions right, because I will...
I'm not carrying my balls.
No, I'm not going to ask you to do
For anybody.
Okay, Sergio Aguero. Definitely not going to ask you to do that. If I get more right, when I get more right, you have to wear a Real Madrid jersey and say that Real Madrid...
That's privilege, actually.
Real Madrid are the owners of Liverpool.
Yes.
Deal?
Yeah,
Shake.
no problem.
Give me your other hand. There you go. You guys see it? Okay, done.
Yes.
Let's get grooving here. First up, PSV versus Arsenal. Who do you have?
I have Arsenal because I want Arsenal to get tired this way. They lost the Premier League title.
Are you really worried about Arsenal, though, in the Premier League? Like, I'm not worried. This is the time of the year where, no offense, Arsenal kind of starts to drift off.
But I have a lot of respect for PSV. I haven't. I'm amazing with any Feyenoord and even with PSV.
So I picked PSV for an upset on this one for two reasons.
So you're already wrong, but
we'll see.
With not disrespect.
PSV to beat Juve in the second leg and come back on aggregate, I think is huge. And also, they're second in the Eredivisie, the Dutch league, 2 points behind Ajax. So I've learned a hard lesson as a Milanista to respect the Dutch teams. And I think PSV is going to beat Arsenal because Arsenal at this time of the year, they start to drift off. Don't come for me. And I think PSV, what they did against Juve and how well they're doing in the Dutch league, again, the Eredivisie, my pick is PSV.
I hope those Arsenal fans gonna love me because I pick Arsenal.
Yeah,
so.
For the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Make sure if I show up in London, they buy me beer.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. As a Liverpool fan, I'm sure. Okay, Real Madrid versus Atletico.
I put Real Madrid because doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter what. They always good. They always manage to win And I think I always enjoy to Atletico Madrid because I think this is the best defense playing team. I don't
Diego
like
Simeone.
defense games, but Atletico Madrid just impressed me the way they play.
100%.
But that's Real Madrid.
And you know what? I love Alvarez at Atletico because remember Alvarez was at Man City?
Yes.
And every single time, I don't know if you remember last season, Tatush, every time Alvarez came on the pitch, or the majority of the time, when Pep would put him on, even as a substitution, he'd make an immediate impact. He'd score an important goal for City. So I love that he's with Atletico. He's making a difference for Atletico. Against Real Madrid, when Real Madrid had that penalty against them in their last match against Atletico, Alvarez hit a Panenka on Courtois. It was just crazy. Like, to get a Madrid derby in the round of 16 in the Champions League is crazy.
No, it is crazy.
It's going to be crazy. But again, I go with Real Madrid. 15 Champions League titles. They love the Champions League. They're inevitable in the Champions League. Mbappe's found his form. He just scored a hat-trick against Manchester City. Carlos Ancelotti, one of the most experienced managers in the game.
Yes.
Federico Valverde, one of the best players in the world right now. You can go down the list at Real Madrid. I just think that they figure out a way to pull out a win in this derby and move on to the next round.
Okay, then we have PSG Liverpool.
Talk to me.
Okay,
this is crazy.
I picked Liverpool. The reason I did that because this is the team I really cheer from Premier League, and I believe Liverpool always love to have someone they can really play and take advantage of big club.
Yeah.
So Liverpool and PSG never prove.
It's true.
Never prove. They all talking about winning Champions League, but didn't happen. And as Liverpool fan, I have to choose Liverpool.
Of course, you're going to choose Liverpool
because the way they play, everything works for them.
Tatush, you know, I hate to say it, but this might be one of the hardest matches of the round of 16.
No, I'm not saying it's
I feel
be
bad
easy.
when
I
I
never
saw
says
it.
that.
When I saw it, I felt bad for you because PSG, like you said, they've never done anything in the Champions League. They've never won a Champions League title, even when they had Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi, which is crazy.
No, exactly.
Right? Like, think about it.
Anything. So,
but Dembele right now is in crazy form. Barcola, Vitinha, Nuno Mendes, one of my favorite players. Who else do they have that I think right now?
I think I watched them a couple times in Champions League this year, and they didn't impress me.
But that's what I mean, right? Like, it just depends. But Dembele's just in such good form. Again, in Barcola.
You keep forgetting we have McAllister.
No, I'm not.
We have Arnold, Van Dijk. So you know.
But you don't know who I'm picking yet. I'm just saying that PSG.
No, you probably pick Liverpool if you want to be in good. With good family
standings,
vibes.
Good family vibes.
Yeah.
What if I picked? What if I? No, you be humble.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool. Let's talk about it. So they have 2 draws against Aston Villa and Everton, and they've lost to Plymouth. So like you guys have to start doing something.
And you know, things happen. You know.
Yeah. Well, things got to start happening.
And sometime you coach, you think that players can win the game, even easy game, and you don't. So how long he doesn't going to play Arne Slot, is not going to play Nunes, then Liverpool's going to be okay.
I texted my dad after Nunes missed that wide open net against Aston Villa, and I'm truly convinced that what we see, Nunes doesn't see the same thing, because how many open nets does this guy miss?
No, and you know that I always defend him.
You do, and I do too. I like him.
I like his personality.
Yes,
He's
me
still
too.
young. He brings excitement. He is tough. But how many times the same way
I agree.
Can miss it?
I agree.
Like his shot was too hard, too blast, too strong. Is basically easy touch the ball and keep it down. That's all.
My prediction
is
Liverpool's in form. Salah's incredible. Van Dijk is the reason why I'm picking Liverpool. And Donnarumma, I think he's going to slip up with a bad goalkeeping error. That's my prediction. I just feel it in my gut that we're going to be talking about Donnarumma making an error. So I have Liverpool.
There you go. Yes.
You're welcome.
I'll buy you lunch.
I'll buy you lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, Club Brugge, Aston Villa.
It's Aston Villa. I was thinking FC Bruges because again
they beat Atalanta 3-1.
It's I don't never tell you that, but in 70s, Anderlecht, FC Bruges, Feyenoord, PSV, Ajax, all those teams, they are very good.
Yeah.
As young kid, I have really fun to watch them. But Aston Villa bring Rashford.
Yeah, Rashford,
sorry.
It's okay.
And I think that changed a lot.
I think so too.
He still needs time to adjust, but I know Emery's gonna make him better player.
Agreed.
Another thing, what I have to say, Emery, how many UEFA Cups he win? I think 4 or 5.
He's an experienced manager.
Exactly.
Yep.
So he knows how to play in this kind.
I agree.
Tournament.
Yep.
And that's why I choose Aston Villa.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm impressed with FC Bruges, 100%.
I can't believe we're agreeing this much because I was feeling the same way. I had Atalanta beating Club Brugge in the last round because Atalanta just won the Europa League. And that the player Lookman, scored a hat-trick in that final against Bayer Leverkusen. So I was like, for sure, it's Atalanta. But then Serie A teams, Juve, AC Milan, Atalanta, just absolutely diabolical.
Just disappoint
the biggest
everybody.
Disappointment, I can't even tell you. So hats off to Club Brugge, but I do think you're right. Rashford and Unai Emery, the duo of those two are going to bring a new flavor to this Aston Villa team, and I think you're going to really start to see Rashford find his stride in the Champions League.
I think I even pick Club Brugge first, but then I was thinking that Rashford adjustment is make Aston Villa again team from last year stronger.
How about next round, Barcelona Benfica?
This is again. I pick
crazy.
Barcelona as much. I like Benfica. Again,
Well, you remember this is the last game?
Benfica is the guy who used to play Eusebio, and I
So
remember he used to come. They used to come to play 70s in Poland.
Yeah.
To UEFA Cups,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Always loved that club. But
I do too.
But Barca
But Dad,
is stronger because Chesney and Lewandowski.
I knew that was coming. But listen, do you not remember this was the last game where Benfica was beating Barcelona 3-1 and then
Yes.
they won 5-4?
Yes.
Remember Lewandowski had,
Yes.
I think, 2 penalties.
Yes.
Stjounsna let in a hat trick.
Yeah.
That Pavlidis, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, on Benfica. And then Rafinha scored 2 goals. You remember that?
Yes, yes.
And there was
yes.
that controversial non-penalty call.
Yes,
and then Rafinha, 15 seconds later, won the game for Barcelona.
Yes.
One of the best games, aside from the World Cup final in 2022, I've ever watched. My jaw was on the ground. I do think Benfica were robbed in those last moments of the game because I do think it was a penalty. If you're going to call the Lamine Yamal penalty, you have to call the penalty for Benfica in that last moment. But Barcelona winning, I was so happy for them, which is crazy to say because I love Real Madrid, because the way Barcelona fought back, being down 3-1, and to win 5-4.
Yeah, I remember I left that game in
Yes.
70 minutes.
Yes.
And I said, that's it for Barca. And some
And then I
reason
called
they
you.
come back.
Yeah.
No, and I say, wow.
So
That's what I don't like to leave the during the game
Early,
too
yeah.
early, because it's always, you never do that anyway. But
So
I did.
do you know that we could
I'm 66 years old. Please forgive me. Barca
that
fans.
everyone forgives you because you're just the coolest.
Yeah,
Dortmund,
I think
Dortmund versus Lille. Who do you have?
I choose Lille.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me.
No, I choose Lille because I think they have good games and
Okay, it's a good one.
and to me Dortmund is not the way they are.
I agree.
And it's coaching problem down there,
Yeah.
and that's why I pick Lille.
No, it's a valid point. And I actually, when I posted my Milan video saying how sad I was that Milan lost to Feyenoord, I had a Dortmund fan comment saying that this is how he feels being a Dortmund fan, because right now, if you look at the Bundesliga standings, Dortmund's in 11th place.
Exactly.
Like, they're doing so bad in the Bundesliga, but somehow finding a way in the Champions League, but it's like not guaranteed that they do well. I pick Dortmund solely because I think they have the best fans in football.
No, they have everything.
I love Dortmund.
Think about it. When Klopp was the coach,
Yes.
we're all having fun. Watch that.
And think about all the players who come from Dortmund.
Yes, yes.
Bellingham, Haaland, Lewandowski.
Yes.
Like, I just love Dortmund.
Me too, but
No, I love that.
Reality is reality. eh?
So you're going to win.
You're going to kick those bigger teams making open for Liverpool.
Oh my God, you're so funny. Everything revolves around Liverpool with my dad.
Yeah.
Okay, we got our last two. Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen.
I choose Leverkusen.
Me too. Oh my God, my dad and I've never agreed
so you choose
this
the
much.
Lille or Dortmund?
I chose Dortmund.
Yeah.
So right now, the only 2 games we don't agree on are Arsenal, PSV, and Dortmund and Lille.
Yes, so anyway, Leverkusen, because I think now Alonso
Yes.
is gonna have to prove
100%.
he is the best coach
100%.
in Bundesliga.
100%.
So this is for him, die or do game.
You're so cute. 100%. I agree. That's what I wrote down too. If we're being honest, Bayern Munich's the second leg against Celtic, they were lucky. Alphonso Davies scoring that goal at the end was incredible. We love Alphonso. We're Canadians. What a moment for him after just signing that big contract with Bayern. He saved them. But if you watch that game as a Celtic fan, you're so depressed because Celtic could have taken Bayern out of the Champions League.
But also for me, Alonso, the way he motivates those
Yes,
players,
I agree.
It's amazing.
So I picked Bayer Leverkusen for the mere fact that I think it's going to come down to Vincent Kompany versus Xabi Alonso.
Has to prove it.
100%.
Yeah, because they saying he's the next coach for Real Madrid.
He has to.
So
But it's going to be crazy because Bayern Munich to get kicked out in the round of 16 would be crazy. But I agree with
what
you.
I can say,
Feyenoord versus Inter.
I picked Feyenoord.
Oh my God, we picked the exact ones.
Yeah,
That's so exciting.
As much Inter, it's really,
I agree.
really
100%.
good. Really,
I hate to admit it.
Completely different. By watching Milan, watching Atlanta, and watching Juve, Inter is the best from all those three teams.
Unfortunately.
For sure. And a lot, by a lot.
Yeah.
But also, they have to show that at the pitch. And Feyenoord, the way they show everything.
I agree.
The way they play, the way they put everything, and they never give up.
Feyenoord has a big opportunity to do something special by taking down both Milan teams. They took down AC Milan, humbled them, and now to do it, if they can do it with Inter and go to San Siro and handle business twice, hats off to Feyenoord if they can do it. I want Real Madrid to win the Champions League, but I'm fully supporting Feyenoord because, like you said, they're dealing with a manager who was let go 48 hours prior to Milan and Feyenoord in the first leg. They're dealing with injuries, Satush. They're dealing with all the odds against them and how they took Milan out. Milan scored in the first minute of the game in the second leg at San Siro. And they found a way to get back into it. Like, I have so much respect for them. Plus, Feyenoord fans, you guys are the best. So many nice comments, so many lovely remarks on my last video. Thank you so much. I wish you guys the best. And you, Dad, you were mentioning that Feyenoord back in the 70s was an unbelievable team.
It was an amazing team.
Yeah, tell me, because I wasn't born.
They win 3 European Cups. They, I don't know, over 10 times with the leagues. And they develop lot of good players.
Yep.
But it's all in 70s. Those Dutch teams, clubs, they're amazing, and even national
100%.
team. Like, I just enjoy Dutch. Really, this is my favorite national team.
I loved them too growing up. Yeah. I mean, remember how obsessed I was with Wesley Sneijder? My generation was different, right?
Always,
you grew up with Cruyff.
Small country, produce a lot of good players, always. And coaches, amazing. Country.
Oh my God. Well, also, I want to say this about Inter. As much as it kills me as a Milanista, they're so good. Like, Martinez, Barella, Bastoni, just like the list goes on with
even
Inter.
Nicola Zalewski joined the team.
Really? Yeah. So just Inter's such a strong team. They're second in Serie A right now. They absolutely, I don't want to disrespect Inter, as much as I don't like them being an AC Milan fan, they could very well beat Feyenoord, but Feyenoord has some crazy momentum on their side, and I hope that they realize that they can do something special and take out 2 Milan teams. They're going back to San Siro. That's crazy. They were just at San Siro,
exactly.
And they're going back there.
So they know everything.
They know everything. I'm so excited.
They have good coach. They have everything to manage that.
So we don't agree on 2 games. PSV Arsenal and Dortmund Lille. So that's what it's going to come down to.
Yes.
Everything else we agree on, which is crazy.
Yes.
Okay. Champions League.
Champions League.
See.